Hey, my royal family, I hope all is well with you. I am so thrilled to be back with you again as the Lord has permitted for me to do so. Now, for today's word, the Lord has placed this word upon my heart, and what He is saying is that the blessing has been released and that these are the instructions for the blessing. Okay, and so God is saying that I am releasing these things into your life. Now, He's saying, I need you to be consistent. Do not be complacent when you receive these things. Continue to seek me. Continue to inquire of me exactly what it is that I need you to do with what I am giving to you. Now, the reason why He's saying this is because so many times we make promises to God, right? We say, Lord, if you bless me with this, if you do this for me, I'm going to give to this person. I'm going to sow into this person's life, sow into this ministry, whatever it is that God has placed on your heart to do, and whatever it is that you have promised God. And we forget sometimes when we actually receive what it is that we have been asking and waiting for. We sometimes forget because we're human, right? And so God wants you to remember why He's going to be giving you these things. And for many of you, He has already given you these things. And this is also a reminder for you too. He wants you to not fumble the ball. He wants you to obtain these things and to actually hold on to it and to not allow it to slip from your fingertips, right? And so He wanted me to have you read Deuteronomy 28. And He specifically asked me to have you read from verse 15 to the end at first, because this speaks of the curses. And the reason He's doing it that way is because He wants this to be at the forefront of your mind of what will happen if you play Him, basically, right? And then after that, He wants you to read from the beginning to verse 14. And this, of course, is all the good stuff that will happen once you are obedient and remain in obedience to God and all that He is instructing you to do. And the reason why He is reminding you in this video today is because for so many people that He's blessed in the past and that He is blessed even currently, they have received from Him and they have completely fallen off. They've fumbled the ball completely. They've completely forgotten about Him once they receive these blessings. And they've become haughty. They've become prideful. And that is a tactic that the enemy uses on many of God's children. He uses the spirit of pride to overtake them. And what pride does is it allows you to think that you've obtained these things on your own. And now, so we have to be careful, because God will then humble you and He will remind you who the source of these blessings and where the source of these blessings stem from, where they come from. Now, if you want these things to remain in your life, you have to remain in Him as He remains in you. And that's the only way that you can produce fruit, right? And so God is just simply asking you, family, to remember me. That's what I hear Him saying. Remember me. Don't forget about me. Don't let the things of the world, family, friends, whoever it is that influences you or is an influence to you, have you forget all that you've been through, all that you've sacrificed, the many times you've been through so many hardships and battles. And God has finally released what you prayed and longed for, only for the enemy to come and just snatch it from you. God doesn't want this to happen to you. So He says, just remember me, the one who maketh rich and adds no sorrow, and all will be well with you. And so, family, I hope that this does bring some insight to whoever it is for, as I am sure that it is for many of you out there today. And I pray that all will indeed be well with you. Have a blessed one. Bye.